Hello and welcome back to the board. I'm Gavin Major and this is WoWs Weekly. WoWs Weekly is the weekly news video covering the news of the game in the week past and in the week coming up, and also covers off any of the channel admin and speculations that I have in regards to the game. So first up I should say, we do have the Warhammer 40k themed stuff back in store. This started on January 11th and is in store until January the 25th. This means that over that period you'll be able to purchase the Warhammer 40k themed ships, commanders and camouflages and containers that were previously available earlier this year. So if those do interest you and you have missed out on them previously, then now's a nice opportunity to pick them up. Furthermore, we also have the Scharnhorst XXL package in the store for the first time since her release, I believe. Now this is a bundle that is 25,000 doubloons. Obviously it comes with Scharnhorst, it comes with the Scharnhorst flag, 5 Santa containers, German commander crate, 5 promotion orders, 5 million credits, and a load of assortment of boosters and possibly some camouflages. I'm not really looking too much into it. So if you are looking for probably Scharnhorst and the flag, it's going to be the one of very few occasions in which you can pick up the Scharnhorst flag. Otherwise you're probably better off just picking up Scharnhorst on her own in another time, or even now if you were looking at Scharnhorst. In regards to other news of the game, it actually has been a very quiet week in all honesty. So I assume that there's lots of development stuff happening behind the scenes. Obviously this week we do have ranked launching, and it's just something I want to cover off. Due to tier 7 facing a legend mission, plus playing legendary missions, plus ranked, plus the first win wind rose, plus ranked, plus doing the Karabosk, the North Cape and the Shimakaze Bureau challenges. I have burnt out is the best way to put it. I think the nail in the coffin was probably doing ranked, getting myself from rank 10 to rank 5 over the weekend, which was a bit of a grind. Managed to do it in 38 games. However, I think I have burnt myself out, and so Monday I literally didn't touch the console. Tuesday I only touched it for about 2 hours, so that's why today, or the time of recording, yesterday I should say, you saw a Minsk Let's Play rather than anything new. The reason being was I haven't really been able to put any time to the game because I'm a bit burnt out. However, slowly starting to pick it up again, and hopefully in the coming week or so we should have a Massachusetts Let's Play and review along with a Karabosk Let's Play, so fingers crossed to get that done. Also, I know that some of you did say you were quite interested in possibly me doing a anti-aircraft capability video of some of the tech trees and stuff. It's a maybe. If I don't get round to it, I do apologise, but if I can get round to it, it's on the to-do list if I can. Obviously, going to try and keep up the schedule, trying to keep up some stuff going, but yeah, just burnt myself out a little bit recently. Had to just take a little bit of a break from the game, but should be getting back into it again very soon, probably today, to be honest. Well, I don't think there's much more to really report. Obviously, the channel has possibly finally passed the 900 subs mark. You never know. It's always floating around the place is the best way to put it, but if we can keep growing steadily and slowly, I guess you could say, then well, it's always good news, I guess you could say. Well, in regards to the week coming up, there's nothing really on the cards, is the best way to put it. We're not really expecting any form of patch notes or anything like that. In regards to speculations, well, someone has possibly hinted that maybe Minotaur might be on the development cards. However, whether she's actually going to be coming anytime soon is a big what if question, I guess you could say. However, you know that I would very much enjoy seeing Minotaur actually coming to the game. I think we could do with a nice bit of diversity at the legendary tier. And I guess the only other bit of speculation I got is probably regarding the rental legendary ships that we do have in the game at the moment. Obviously, I have now done a let's play in all of them. I think they're all quite good as they are. I think they will be quite nice additions when they come to the game. And my speculation is that they won't be coming to the game in February. My speculation is that they'll be coming to the game in March. The reason being, as I suspect, they're going to take these rentals back, look at the information they've collected over the past 6 weeks when the patch ends, and then see what they want to do with them, whether they want to tweak them a little bit before introducing them to the Bureau. So on that basis, I wouldn't expect there to be any new legendary ships in the Bureau next patch, but there probably will be in the February patch. But that's just my speculation, and it's just me putting a finger in the air and seeing which way the wind's blowing. Apart from that, I think that's everything I want to say. So if you have enjoyed this Sparks Weekly, feel free to give a thumbs up. If you enjoy this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. And if you are already a subscriber, which you most likely are, I'd like to say thank you very much, guys, for your continued comments, contribution, and support. I know that it's a bit of a quiet couple of weeks due to the Christmas period, which means we do have a bit of a slowdown in news. Also, it's a bit of a longer patch, so we are going to be having to go out a little bit longer until we get some more proper news regarding the next patch. But as soon as we get there, hopefully World's Weekly will start to pick up a bit more and start cramming a bit more information into it. Until next time, I'm the Gareth Major, and back to the port. Well, with a couple more minutes of this game capture left, I thought I might as well continue to do a bit of commentary on it. So, as you can see, I'm playing in the Shiratsu. I've just got some torpedoes out onto that smoke screen. See whether we can get our third kill of the game. There we go, managed to torpedo the enemy Fiji, getting a devastating strike. So we've managed to cap A and cap B. And most of the enemies seem to be completely focused to the southern part of the Bravo objective. And so we have a lion here, we've also got a Fuso. Fuso's just come to range. Now with the Shiratsu, I am running the torpedo reload booster. The reason being is I feel that the Shiratsu is definitely more of a torpedo boat, so I'd rather sacrifice the smoke screen and go for torpedo reload booster. I mean, her guns are just absolutely god awful. Now I've already used both my engine boosts as well. So just trying to get ourselves into a nice little position here to use our torpedoes on the enemy. Being a bit risque there, but getting a double widespread out on the enemy Fuso. Enemy lion looks like he's going to get polished off. And keeping an eye on those torpedoes as they go. There goes the enemy lion quite nicely. Now I know that a lot of people don't like the use of widespread torpedoes. However, I kind of feel if a torpedo is going to hit, it's going to hit, regardless of whether it's a widespread torpedo or a narrow spread torpedo. So if you're not quite sure what the enemy's doing, or you want to do a bit of aerial denial, and I'm quite happy personally just firing them out. And this is quite an amusing case where we didn't quite know what that Fuso was going to do, so we fired out 2 widespread torpedoes. One forward, one aft, just making sure that we could cover it all off, and we still get a single hit on the Fuso. Now you could say that maybe I should have used narrow spread, but being that he was changing speed and course, you couldn't quite predict exactly where he was going to be. So if I fired off some narrow spreads, they probably would have missed. So this is one of those ironic cases where firing wide spreads actually gave me a hit, rather than if I fired narrow spreads, it probably would have given me a miss. So now we have just the enemy Dallas left on the enemy team, and he looks to be flexing down upon my position. However, I haven't been spotted for a good long amount of time. As one of the tricks of being a torpedo boat is always just making sure that you have that undetected for as long as possible. It just means that the enemy aren't really quite sure where you are and what you're doing. And usually, in this case, we have a Dallas which is driving down towards us. However, we know he's going to change course, going to change speed. So we've gone and chanced our arm again. We've just fired out a couple of wide spreads. Again, if a torpedo is going to hit, it's going to hit. And this looks to be another one of those cases where we get a torpedo hit. Well, there we go. That takes us to the end screen where we managed to get ourselves with 4 kills. I don't think there's really much point me labouring the point going over here talking about the scores, so I'll just let you see them flick through. Till next time on the Gun Major, and back to the port.